Hi, Olivia. How you doing? Okay, so here's where we're at. I've got your last week's thing presentation up. Well, just part of the screenshot, but and then I'm just looking specifically at the logo. Well, more specifically, I'm looking at the typography. Then we go to this week, and wow, what a difference! What a difference this typeface makes. Just incredible. I think that it's really starting to come together very nicely. Um, I believe that the mark is a little bit large in relationship to the type. I think the type should be a little larger and the rings should be a little bit smaller. So I would mess with that relationship a little bit. Just keep finessing that to see where that comfort zone lies, where the best balance is, so to speak. Okay, and let me just back off out of there a little bit. Okay, so, and my comment last week, if you remember, was the mountain, or somehow alluding to a mountain, so that this animal is on top of a peak, so to speak, or somehow maybe abstractly representing that. And I thought using the animal alone, sans mountain, was a mistake. And as we go through your presentation, I'm going to go back and go to the posters, and I want to draw your attention. The posters seem to work. Why? Because you're alluding to the mountain. This triangle right here, there's your mountain. Now, I don't know if that was your intent. I really don't. If it was, it worked perfectly. My only problem is, how do we show the logo without this background? And inevitably, we're going to have to. And so here, there's the background, there's the background. It all works because that shape implies mountain, which shows the horned animal atop mountain and all of the symbolic meaning behind there. Okay? So at this point, so that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, again, what's the issue we're thinking of? My issue is I'm looking at how are we going to present the logo without this background. Okay, so far everything's awesome. All right, now we get to the inside stadiums, and all of a sudden you shift gears completely and go from this complete vector kind of look to this really kind of glitzy raster almost image, right from an image of the Northern Lights. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty cool idea. There's just a huge disconnect between this and this. And I'm going to go ahead and guess you sensed that, and that's why you designed the back of the jersey as such. But I don't think that's pulling it together enough. I really don't. Mainly, I'm kind of concerned about these. If you're saying these interior graphics are all going to be based on this raster image of the Northern Lights, I mean, it's a cool idea, but it's going to be a production nightmare, because all of that signage is, you can't resize at will. So that's why when you see all of these Olympic graphics, they're all done in Illustrator or maybe freehand or another vector program. So again, I'd really like you to think about that. Not that I think it's a really cool approach. I'm just thinking, so what I'd like to, pictograms, let's talk about the pictograms. Pictograms, these are the exact same pictograms from last week. Now, I know I made some comments, but maybe review those moving forward. And I also want to bring your attention to the presentation itself. You're showing three different tickets for three seemingly different events, but they all say figure skating. So you really want to render these tickets out as realistically as possible. Add a back to the ticket. Show the back of the ticket also. Add some variety. Again, the posters are looking really good. And then we just got this really now, I want you to look at this, the t-shirt, and I want you to look at this. And we look at the deer, and there's no signifier that the deer is atop a mountain. There's no signifier. So basically what we have here is, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think this looks like something for a hunting. And that is definitely not what you want. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you glance at this shirt, I'm going to say, oh, that guy's a hunter. Do you see what I'm saying? Or if you glance at this backpack, you go, that guy must be a hunter. And I'm just saying, I'm just thinking about how other people might see the work. So think about that and think about drawing this together. I think there's a solution in here. I think that you can allude to the mountain within the negative space or the positive space, however you look at it, of the logo itself and the type. And I think you can somehow say mountain without depending on the background. Then you can start placing that on different items, different backgrounds and such without losing that inherent meaning. Well, not the inherent, but that created meaning. Okay, hope that makes sense. Anyways, other than that, you're doing awesome. I'm loving it. Still a little concerned. We can see how the points and at this size right here, and I haven't touched anything. This is the size it came in, but you can see that the horns, they're starting to fall apart, and the hoof area. So food for thought. I don't know. Another direction would, well, might be kind of late in the game, unless you want to play with this, is to go complete abstract with the horned animal, and just maybe try to food for thought. Anyways, I think you're doing awesome. Oh, old logo, by the way, old logo. Look at the type. Don't want to do that. Definitely want to replace that. So, all right. If you have any questions, get with me, but I'm down with this. I think you're doing awesome. Any questions at all, please feel free to give me a holler. Thanks.